Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following WNBA matches that is happening on Sunday, September 3, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. New York Liberty vs Chicago Sky. Our team pick is Chicago. And here is why. The last time they took the court, the Chicago Sky went home victorious with a score of 76-75 when they faced the Los Angeles Sparks. The Sky collected 31 defensive rebounds and 8 offensive rebounds, totaling 39 in this game. They also turned the ball over 14 times, while recording 7 steals for this contest. The Sparks committed 15 personal fouls for the contest, which got the Sky to the charity stripe for 13 tries. They were able to convert 7 of the free throws for a percentage of 53.8%. With respect to three-point shots, Chicago made 9 of 22 tries, 40.9%. When the final whistle blew, the Sky walked away from this one shooting 30 for 65 from the field, which gave them a rate of 46.2%. The Sky allowed the Sparks to convert 29 out of 79 attempts from the floor, which left them shooting 36.7% in the game. They finished 30.4% from beyond the arc by shooting 7 of 23 and ended up shooting 10 of 12 at the charity stripe, 83.3%. When talking about how they attacked the glass, Chicago allowed Los Angeles to snag 41 in total, 14 on the offensive side. Kahleah Copper pitched in for the Sky for the contest. She knocked down 10 of 22 in this contest, giving her a field goal percentage of 45.5% and earned 7 rebounds. Copper recorded 22 points in her 34 minutes on the hardwood and tallied 3 assists for this game. Chicago has a mark of 15-21 so far this year. Chicago has earned 2,910 points for the season, 80.8 per contest, and they pull in 33.3 rebounds per game. The Sky are committing 17.3 fouls per contest while shooting 74.5% from the free throw line. As an offense, the Sky are connecting on 43.8% from the field, which is 6th in the WNBA. They are getting an assist 20.1 times per contest, 4th in the league, and they lose possession via turnover 13.4 times per game. The Sky on the defensive end are ranked 6th in basketball in PPG given up with 83.4. The Chicago defense enders 33.3% on three-pointers, 233 of 700, and their opposition makes 80.8% of their free throw shots. They have surrendered 20.7 dimes and 35.0 boards per contest, which ranks 11th and 8th in basketball. They have forced 13.1 twos per game and have let teams shoot 45.2% from the field, 11th in basketball. Our team pick is over. And here is why. New York comes into this matchup with a mark of 28-7 so far this season. The Liberty are shooting 37.5% on three-pointers, 389 of 1,038, and 83.0% from the charity stripe. They are averaging 89.0 PTS per game, 2nd in basketball, while hitting 45.7% from the field. They are giving up possession 13.5 times per game and as a team are committing 16.4 personal fouls on a nightly basis. As a team, New York is pulling in 38.2 rebounds per contest and has 844 assists for the season, which is 1st in basketball in terms of passing the rock. On the defensive end, the Liberty are able to force 11.8 turnovers per game and they draw 17.4 fouls. The Liberty are giving up an opponent FG percentage of 42.2%, 414 of 610, and they relinquish 33.3 boards per game as a team. They are ranked 2nd in the league in giving up assists to their opponents, with 668 conceded this season. They are relinquishing 34.2% on three-point shots, and they are 4th in the WNBA in points per game allowed, 80.7. Indiana Fever vs Dallas Wings. Take Indiana and here is why. Indiana heads into this matchup with a win-loss record of 11-24 for the campaign. They are averaging 80.8 points per contest, 7th in the league, while connecting on 44.3% from the field. The Fever are shooting 33.4% on shots from distance, 229 of 685, and 79.3% from the charity stripe. As a team, Indiana is collecting 34.2 boards per game and is sitting with 629 assists for the year, which ranks 11th in the league in terms of passing. They lose possession by turning the ball over 14.0 times per contest, and as a team they are committing 20.0 personal fouls on a nightly basis. On the defensive end of the court, the Fever are forcing their opponents into 12.5 turnovers per contest, and they draw 17.7 fouls. The Fever defense is giving up a shooting percentage of 44.3%, 436 of 621, and they concede 32.1 rebounds per contest as a squad. They currently rank 8th in the league in allowing assists to the opposition, with 700 relinquished this year. They give up 37.5% on three-point attempts, and they rank 11th in the league in points per game allowed, 84.7. Our total pick is under. In their last game, the Dallas Wings got the victory with a final of 77-74 when they played the Phoenix Mercury. The Wings snagged 20 defensive boards and 14 offensive boards totaling 34 for this contest. They also gave up possession of the ball 11 times while earning 6 steals in the matchup. The Mercury committed 20 personal fouls for the matchup, which got the Wings to the free throw line for 20 attempts. They were able to knock down 19 of them for a percentage of 95.0%. When discussing shots from distance, Dallas converted 6 out of their 16 attempts, 37.5%. When the final whistle was blown, the Wings shot 26 for 72 from the floor, which gave them a percentage of 36.1%. The Wings allowed the Mercury to bury 32 out of their 62 tries from the floor, which gave them a rate of 51.6% for the game. They finished the game shooting 13.3% from three-point range by hitting 2 out of 15 and finished the contest at 8 of 10 from the charity stripe, 80.0%. In the matter of how they cleaned up the glass, Dallas allowed Phoenix to get 30 overall, 4 offensive. Phoenix Mercury vs Minnesota Lynx. Take Minnesota. And here is why. Diamond Miller ended up being a major contributor for the Lynx for the game. She buried 9 out of 18 for the contest for a rate of 50.0% and earned 1 rebound. Miller racked up 25 points in her 30 minutes on the hardwood but wasn't able to notch an assist. Minnesota has a record of 17-19 this year. Minnesota has tallied 2,870 points on the season, 79.7 per game, and they pull in 33.9 boards per game. The Lynx have committed 16.8 fouls per game, and they hit 80.8% from the free throw line. When it comes to offensive execution, the Lynx are connecting on 43.4% from the field, which is ranked 8th in the WNBA. Their rate of assisting teammates is at 19.1 times per contest, 8th in the WNBA, and they are giving up possession 13.4 times per game. The Lynx defensively are ranked 12th in the WNBA in points per game surrendered with 85.1. They have forced 12.6 turnovers on a nightly basis and allow teams to shoot 45.0% from the floor, 10th in the league. The Minnesota defense gives up 35.3% on three-point shots, 325 of 921, and opponents are making 82.3% of their free throw attempts. They give up 20.8 assists and 34.9 boards on a nightly basis, which ranks them 12th and 7th in the WNBA. Our total pick is over. And here is why. When they last played, the Minnesota Lynx walked away from this one with a loss by a score of 83-72 when they faced the Washington Mystics. The Lynx were able to collect 25 defensive rebounds and 9 offensive rebounds, totaling 34 in this matchup. They coughed up the ball 14 times, while recording 7 steals in the matchup. The Mystics earned 15 fouls for the matchup, which took the Lynx to the free throw line for 7 shots. They were able to make 7 of them for a percentage of 100.0%. When talking about shots from three-point land, Minnesota converted 9 of 26 tries, 34.6%. When the final whistle blew, the Lynx shot 28 out of 67 from the floor, which had them shooting 41.8%. The Lynx allowed the Mystics to convert 29 out of 64 attempts from the floor, which gave them a rate of 45.3% in this matchup. They went 48.0% from beyond the arc by going 12 out of 25 and walked away from this one shooting 13 out of 15 from the free throw line, 86.7%. When it comes to rebounds, Minnesota allowed Washington to grab 32 overall, 8 on the offensive side. Washington Mystics vs Los Angeles Sparks. Take Washington, and here is why. Washington steps onto the court with a mark of 17-18 on the year. They are giving up possession 12.7 times per game, and as a squad they commit 18.6 personal fouls on a nightly basis. As a unit, Washington is snagging 32.3 boards per contest and has accounted for 665 assists on the campaign, which ranks 10th in the league in terms of passing. The Mystics are shooting 33.3% on shots from distance, 266 of 800, and 82.0% from the free throw line. They average 80.5 points per game, 8th in the league, while hitting 42.5% from the field. When they are on defense, the Mystics are forcing 15.1 turnovers per contest while drawing 18.6 fouls. They are ranked 7th in the WNBA in giving up assists, with 694 relinquished so far this year. The Mystics' defense is giving up a shooting percentage of 43.9%, 527 of 650, and they surrender 35.9 boards per game as a team. They concede 35.0% on shots from beyond the perimeter, while they are 5th in the league in points per game allowed, 81.0. Our total pick is under. And here is why. For their last game, the Los Angeles Sparks took a loss by a final score of 76-75 when they played the Chicago Sky. The Sparks were able to pull down 27 defensive rebounds and 14 offensive rebounds for a total of 41 for this contest. They turned it over 9 times while earning 10 steals in this game. The Sky were called for 15 personal fouls for this game, which took the Sparks to the free throw line for a total of 12 attempts. They were able to bury 10 of the free throw attempts for a clip of 83.3%. In the matter of 3-point shots, Los Angeles buried 7 of their 23 tries, 30.4%. When the final whistle blew, the Sparks ended up going 29 out of 79 from the field, which gave them a rate of 36.7%. The Sparks permitted the Sky to bury 30 of their 65 attempts from the floor, which left them with a shooting percentage of 46.2% in this game. They finished 40.9% from three-point range by connecting on 9 out of 22 and walked away from this one shooting 7 out of 13 from the charity stripe, 53.8%. When discussing team rebounding, Los Angeles allowed Chicago to collect 39 overall, 8 on the offensive glass.